All right, 2.2 is simple discrete data. When there is a large amount of data, it is easier to interpret if the data are organized in a frequency table or displayed as a graph. So, discrete, as we now should know, is when everything is separate. So you're talking about whole items and you're counting that data. You can't measure it like with length or time. They are all separate. So in example 3, we need to number the sweets as shown. So number of sweets in 24 packets. I'm imagining like how many M&Ms are in one tiny little pack. They just don't want to deal with name brand. So we have to organize this in a frequency table. So we are going to make a table, and let's see if I can do this in a fancy way. Okay, so we are going to need to count the frequency. So frequency is just how often something occurs. Total, we're going to count them all up. So in this column, we need to write what we're actually counting. And so that is the number of sweets. I don't really care that there are 24 packets because the only thing that I'm worrying about is what we're actually doing. Okay, so I put number of sweets per pack. That's what I'm meaning by the slash. So if you want to write out per, do you. And then I'm going to look at what numbers occur. So we've got 22, 23, 21, 20, 24. I'm not really seeing anything lower than 20 or higher than 24. So those are going to be what I populate my table with. So 20. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to put a tally mark everywhere I have those numbers. So if I have 122, 23, 22. Okay, so I think you get the idea. So I'm going to pause and finish this, and I suggest you do the same. All right, so this is what your chart should look like. So adding up everything for your total, you see that we have 2, 3, which is not that number, 13, 4, and 2. Okay. Now, in the example, it said there are 24 packets. So if I add these up, I should get a total of 24. If I didn't, then that means I miscounted or I did the tallies wrong whenever we were doing this part here. So 6, yep, that's 24. Boom. Okay, so remember, with frequency of discrete, that's why we're able to use those tally marks here because they have their own group and we're just counting how many are in that group.